days grow shorter, and the first frosts of winter touch the land. We are entering the dark time of year, a time to gather round the firelight and tell stories. So listen close, dear friends, and try to ignore the howling of the wind and the branches that beat against the windowpane. These are dark tales for dark times. Episode 1, Childlike.
Thank Christ you're here.
Sorry, traffic. People can't drive in the rain anymore. What's it like?
It's got to be one of the worst I've ever seen.
Oh, you think this is our guy?
I don't even know how it couldn't be. Hard to imagine two people in this world this evil.
You'd be surprised. Tell me what you know.
A few months ago, the neighbors got suspicious about the house. Kept an eye on.
They didn't call?
1 or 2 calls logged, but were never followed up by local PD. Black neighbors were too nervous to call again. Didn't want to push it.
Typical.
Anyways, last night something came over them. Broke in, saw what they saw. The husband's in shock, can't talk. The wife made the call, screaming her head off. She's got to be sedated. She's down at the hospital. I have a detective there too, waiting for them to come to their senses.
And what about the kid?
The kid is off. Not with it at all. Hard to blame her.
Do we know who she belongs to?
No ID yet, but there's been so many kidnappings in this area lately, it's taken longer than it should to get identification.
And the man?
Not talking. Hasn't said a word.
Anything else?
Local cops are digging up the garden. Looks like we're about to find a lot of missing kids.
Okay, well, let's deal with the one we have. At least this could be the end of a lot of sleepless nights for these parents.
To be replaced with a different kind of sleepless night.
What's the kid's name?
Sister guy always called her, Charlie. Who do you want to start with?
Let's do the kid first. Give me something to work with when I talk to the guy.
She's down in room C.
Hi, Charlie.
Hello.
My name is Detective James, and this is Detective Franklin. We just have a few questions for you before we get to your social worker. Do you know what a social worker is, Charlie?
They help kids.
That's right, Charlie, they help kids. And we help kids. We're here to help you and the other kids that you know. Can I get you anything?
Hot chocolate?
Sure, Charlie. Let me go get that right now.
So, Charlie, do you know how old you are?
No.
No? Well, that's okay. But you look about the same age as my son, and he's 10. Does that sound about right?
Okay.
Do you know how long you were in that house, Charlie? My son likes to count things in sleeps. Could you guess? Could you guess how many sleeps you were there?
Always.
Always?
Yes.
Okay, well, that's okay. Do you like games, Charlie? Do you ever play any games? My boy loves sports.
Where does he play them?
Oh, all over the place. We live in the country, can run and play as much as he likes.
Is it near here?
Well, pretty near. Near enough it only took me half an hour for me to come help you.
Does he have any pets?
Oh, sure he does. He has a dog. Did you have any pets, Charlie, where you were?
He brought me kids to play with sometimes. He called them pets, but they weren't pets. They were kids.
He brought kids for you to play with?
Yeah, but they didn't really play. They would just cry and cry until one day they just stopped crying, and he'd take them away again. Could I play with your son?
Sure, Charlie.
What's his name?
His name is Alex.
Here's your hot chocolate, Charlie. Detective Franklin and I need to step outside a moment. Is that okay?
Sure.
What was that about? I was just getting her to talk.
They're after finding some. In the garden.
Oh, shit.
All indicators are they're going to find a lot more.
Okay. Is the social worker here?
That's me. I'm here to take Charlie to a foster home.
Okay, can you wait with her for a few minutes while we talk to the suspect?
Sure.
Can we get you anything, sir?
We want you to know that Charlie has told us everything, and that the team at your house has found evidence that she wasn't the only one.
You know, this will go a lot easier if you just talk to us.
Charlie says he used to bring her other children to play with. Does she belong to you?
I bring Charlie whatever Charlie asks for. She wanted nice kids. Friendly kids.
Oh, so she asked for children to keep her company, and you killed them when they wouldn't be nice to her?
Where is she?
Charlie's in the other room.
How many of them were there? How many will they find? You shouldn't be in here.
I'm taking Charlie home now. She's too upset. We can come back tomorrow.
Shit.
I notice you've relaxed a little, sir.
Why are you taking me to prison?
Hey, no one said anything about prison yet. We just want to talk. If you can tell us the names, there are a lot of parents who need answers. Now, if you agree to tell us...
No! I want prison.
What Charlie
I
said...
don't care what Charlie says. I've heard her voice through the years. I finally can't hear it.
Sorry, I don't understand.
I just want to go to jail. I just want some protection. Would you tell Charlie where I am?
Oh. Is this the mob? Or were you doing this for someone else?
Yes.
A protection from who?
From Charlie. Please, keep her away from me. I thought she was like the others, but she wasn't. I only wanted to look at her. And then, please, I need to go to jail. She can't get me in jail. Did you tell her where I am? Did you tell her anything about you? You did. I can tell you did.
Are you okay, Franklin?
Alex.
Jesus Christ, what the hell did you say to her?
Episode 2, Until Death.
Ah, Sally, pet. Come here and give us a hug. Now, if you or your dad need anything at all, just give me a shout. Sure, I'm only over the road.
Thanks, Mrs. Rafferty. You're very good.
Speaking of your dad, is he around? I wanted to say goodnight before I head away.
I think he just needed a bit of space, you know.
Of course, the poor crater. It's been a long few days for ye. It must have been horrible for him. Finding poor Liza like that. Terrible way to go. Shocking circumstances altogether.
Yeah.
And, the doctors never said how it might have happened?
No, Mrs. Rafferty. It was just one of those things. A tragedy.
And to think I only saw her a few days ago, and she looking as hale and hearty as ever. As I was telling Mairead Scanlon earlier, you never know when your time's up. Do you?
No, I suppose you don't. Look, I don't want to keep you, Mrs. Rafferty.
Oh, sure, it's no bother at all. I can help you clear up a bit if you like.
No! Oh, thank you very much, Mrs. Rafferty, but honestly, we'll be grand.
Well, if you're sure. All right. Well, tell your dad I was asking for him. And mind yourself, Sally Pet. You look terrible.
Good night, Mrs. Rafferty.
Well, is that nosy old hag finally gone?
Really, Dad? The cupboard under the stairs? How long have you been hiding there?
Since I heard Nora feckin' Raftery help herself to a fourth cup of tea. I swear that woman, she's like an unwanted rash.
Oh, she's only trying to be helpful.
Helpful me arse. It's gossip that woman wants and nothing more. Poor Liza, not even buried today, and she's over here sticking her nose in, looking for all the gory details.
Dad, it's okay. She's gone home now.
I'm sorry, love. It's been a long day.
You can say that again. I can't believe she's really gone.
Me either, love. Me either. Sure, why don't you head away now, Sal? You're absolutely hanging.
I was going to stay here with you tonight. Help you clean up and...
And keep an eye on me, is that it? Sally, I'm going to have to get used to being on my own sometime. Sure, I might as well start now. Go on home to Brian and the boys.
Are you sure?
Course I am. Go on, away with you now. The wind's picking up out there and I want you home before it gets too bad.
Okay, Dad. But you'll come over for dinner tomorrow, yeah?
Depends. Is Brian making any of that fancy vegetarian shite?
Don't worry, I'll throw on a chop for you.
Why you had to go and marry a bloody hippie, I'll never know.
Good night, Dad. I love you.
Love you too. Drive safe now. Oh, Liza, what am I going to do without you? I know what you'd say if you were here. Ted Ryan, will you pull yourself together and get those dishes washed? I'll not be having dirty dishes sitting out all night. They'll attract mice. You were always so worried about mice. Well, Liza, my love, unfortunately you're not here to give out to me anymore. So the dishes can wait till morning. Mice be damned. Now, where's that whiskey got to? That's the stuff. It's funny, after a few drinks, I'd normally be asleep in that chair and I'd wake to you poking me in the arm, telling me to get up to bed. Something tells me I won't be sleeping for a long while yet. Jesus, that feckin' door again. Oh, it's wild out. And you up there all alone. Hold on, Liza, I'm coming. Oh, look. There's Mrs. Raftery now, twitching her curtains. Hello. Yeah, I see you. She misses nothing, that one. Tell her bet she'll be straight on the phone to one of the other village crones, telling how she saw Ted Ryan out walking at midnight in a storm. Well, leave her off. You never liked her either, did you, Liza? Not that you'd ever say it out loud. You were far too polite for that. But I saw that twinkle in your eye whenever I'd go off on one of my rants about that old bat. Oh, you'd give up to me all right, but inside you'd be laughing. I wonder what you'd think of me now, walking alone, talking to myself. Would you think I'd gone mad? Well, they say it's only madness if I start answering myself back. Huh? Anna, here we are now. I'm here, Liza. I couldn't leave you alone on a night like this, now could I? I wish I'd remembered the whiskey, though. I have to say, it is lovely up here despite the circumstances. The wind's died down a bit and it's blown some of the clouds away. There's moonlight on the river. I think you'd like it. You know, Liza, I think you got the best plot in the whole cemetery. Small consolation though that is. Oh, God, what am I doing here at all? What the... Ted? Ted? Lisa! Ted! Ted! Oh, Jesus, Lisa, hold on! Christ, why is there no shovel around? Oh, God. I'm sorry, Liza. I'm so sorry. I'm coming. They told me you were dead. I never would have let you, but they told me.
Not dead, love. Not anymore.
What are you, Liza? No! 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 No!
Now, let's see. Who hasn't heard? Ah, yes. How you, Mairead? Did you hear about poor old Ted Ryan? Found dead he was, up at the wife's grave. Poor thing. He went up there last night during that rotten storm. I saw him myself, heading out at all hours. Sure, who would be out in that weather? Did he have no sense at all? Looks like he slipped and fell on the groundkeeper's rake. Oh, dug right into his neck, so it did. Poor crater. Bled out before he knew what was happening to him. Oh, 'tis an awful shame, all right. Sure, at least himself and Liza are together now again.
Episode 3, Social Distortion.
Stop with the clicking, please.
I'm sorry, Mr. Carver.
Ja. Call me John. I'm sorry. It gets under my skin, the clicking. The same as the...
As the dripping?
Yes, the dripping. Drip, drip, bloody drip. It's all I hear now when she nags on and on. Drip, drip, drip.
Let's rewind a small bit. You never heard this drip before when your wife, Karen, was talking to you?
Yes, Dr. May, yes. I mean, no. I never heard it, but lately, every time she opens her mouth and rattles on, it just gets under my skin, you know?
Have you been having problems recently?
The usual, a couple of fights. I've been suffering from a little writer's block, and I should have given you a fake name, shouldn't I? Now you know the famous author John Carver is a little crazy.
Mr. Carver, I assure you, this is held in the strictest of confidence. I've taken an oath. The only time I can breach confidentiality is if...
I know, Doc. I'm well read on these things. Still just figured I could have given you a pseudonym. You would have still recognized me anyway, my dashing good looks and all that. I'm joking. Where were we?
Tell me when it started. The dripping.
I don't know. I think it was the tap in the kitchen.
The tap was leaking?
Yes. Drip, drip, fucking drip. You could hear it upstairs when we were lying in bed. I wanted to fix it. Karen was like, "Call a plumber, John. Call in a plumber, John." As if. I'm no handyman, but goddamn I could fix a simple drip, couldn't I? It took me 4 days of taking off washers and tightening bolts before I called in a plumber. She never said anything, but I still knew she was judging me. She knew it annoyed me. It wasn't my finest moment. She even told me if anything ever happened to her, she would come back to haunt me in the form of that fucking tap. She was joking, but it got under my skin. Look, I'm not crazy, and not everything gets under my skin. I know it sounds like that.
You have a daughter, you told me. Tell me a little about her.
Dad, come look! Dad! Dad, I'm talking to you! Come look at what I made! Dad!
What? What, Jody? What? No. I'm sorry, baby. Come here. What is it you want?
I just wanted to show you a Lego house I made in only green and blue bricks, because you know they're my favorite. Dad, you're not listening!
Sorry, baby. What is it?
Dad, I told you! You never listen when you're in front of the computer! When is Mom home? Dad, when is Mom home?
She's not coming home, sweetie. Sorry, honey. She's not coming home. She went to stay with your Auntie Doris. She had a few things to sort out. Hey, guess what, though? That means pizza for dinner.
But Dad, only you like pizza, and Mom doesn't like it at all, and you know I would prefer pasta, and I wanted to show her my Lego house, because it has my 2 favorite absolute bestest colors in the world on it. And sometimes I think she prefers pink, but I still think she'll like this one the bestest. And you know I will eat the pizza, don't you? But just make sure the pineapple isn't touching my slices. And hey, guess what? I told you before that Kelly at my school, my bestest friend, is getting a new Care Bear doll for Christmas. And her daddy told me they were big a long time ago. But I still think they were smaller than my Christina Sparkles doll, which is bigger. Drip, drip, drip.
Sweetie, why don't you come help me in the shed? I also have something to show you.
Dad, I don't want to see the blocks of wood I have to keep bringing into the house again because they aren't fun and...
No, honey, this is much more fun, I promise. And hey, if you don't like it, I'll get you pizza for dinner, okay?
Dad, you never listen to me!
I'm listening, baby. Come on.
Dad, it's still dark in here, and you told Mom you would fix it, but you never did, and she'll get mad at you again at the time you don't fix the fridge light, and you told her you would.
Drip, drip, drip.
Sweetie, why don't you hand me over that little piece of rope beside you, and I'll show you something. I'll show you something. Drip, drip, and then we'll have pizza. Drip, drip.
How does that make you feel, Mr. Carver? That you love your wife and daughter unconditionally, yet you feel your work has interfered with time spent with them?
I thought that was a cliche, Doc, if I'm being honest. How does it make you feel? You get paid a lot for this kind of job. Not as much as me for maybe spinning some tales, and I can't exactly plagiarize in my line of work. So what gives you that right, Doc? Doctor. I'm just another one of your weedy little drips. Fucking bastard drips, am I not?
It's okay to feel pressure, Mr. Carver, and it's okay to feel like that with work or even family life, no matter how much you love them.
Are you much of a handyman, Doc, or handy woman in this case? I don't know the correct term for it, even as educated as I am. But are you able to fix things, Doc? I don't mean us humans, as you're charging an extortionate rate for that privilege, but let's say, I don't know, a tap. Could you fix a leaky tap? How about screwing in a light bulb? Does that side of the brain work for you?
Mr. Carver, please sit back down. You don't need to use that tone with me either. I'm here to help
Helpless
you.
for the weak, Dr. May. It's not for the trip of life.
Please, John. Sit back down. We can talk about this, please.
Hello, my darlings. I'm home. Why are there no lights on? There, that's better. Where is everybody? Oh, there you are, John. Why are you sitting in the dark? Are you having a whiskey? That must mean you got some writing done. Did you finish that chapter on the steamy love affair between... I forgot their names. Dara says hi, but John, I just couldn't stay there any longer. You know how messy she is? And we chatted about Dad's estate and who's getting what, and I mean, he was only a plumber, but he did leave a little bit behind. Where is Jody? Jody, darling! Where is she, John? If she's over at Kelly's house this late, after I told you last time that she won't get up for school tomorrow, I will be mad. Why are you sitting in the dark without the TV on? Here, let me get that. Oh, damn remote. Oh, there we are.
No further changes as cases throughout the country continue to rise.
An investigation after the body of Dr. Ella May, a 45-year-old psychologist, was discovered in the early hours of yesterday morning.
Oh, it is all so depressing, the news. We are better in silence. John, have you eaten? Because if not, I could whip us up some pasta. Tagliatelle, your favorite. John, what are those marks on your hand? John? Honey?
Episode 4. Unlocked Doors.
Welcome to the 9 o'clock news. Today's headlines. The government are once again in talks with the opposition about the latest housing crisis. There's scandal on the stock market. And in sporting news, the country mourns the loss of commentator Edward, fondly known as Ted, Ryan. In international news, the manhunt is still underway for author John Carver, and a suspect is in custody in relation to a spate of missing children in North America. Now over to the news desk with Patricia Boland and Derek Mel.
Hello.
Oh, thank Christ.
Hey, what's up? Janine?
Look, I know I'm probably just being crazy, but I just got this really uncomfortable feeling, like I'm being watched.
Wait, you think someone is following you?
No, not like that. It's like there's eyes on me, like eyes are following me, or... Anyway, look, I just want to be on the phone with someone. I think it'll just calm me down.
Where are you?
I'm in the park, near the butcher's in town.
Oh, sure, that's not even 5 minutes from me. Call in and I'll have the kettle on.
No, you're okay. Look, honestly, I'm probably just being silly.
Well, that sounds like the start of every horror movie ever made. Look, just come over to me, will you?
Okay. Are you sure you don't mind?
Of course not. Mick is on the graveyard shift and sure, I'd only love some company.
Okay, thank you.
What was that?
What was what?
Oh, probably nothing. Just some interference or something.
Look, do you mind if we stay on the phone just until I get to yours?
You're really that creeped out, huh? God, that's not like you, Janine.
I know. And I know it's stupid, but I've just been feeling a little uneasy the last few nights.
Has something happened?
No, it's just like a feeling, like, You know that feeling when you pass a group of lads at night when you're on your own and like you know nothing's going to happen, but at the same time something could happen.
Oh God, yeah. Oh, I hate that feeling. Well, come over here and we can chat, okay?
Thank you. Can I pick anything up for you on the way? Is the shop around the corner open?
I think they close at 8 on a Sunday, so probably not, but don't worry about it. I just opened a bottle of vino and there's a glass with your name on it.
Oh, maybe. Oh God, I feel like I need it.
I've the door off the latch, so just come on in when you get here.
Thank you, love. And I'm so sorry about this. I just... Oh my... Oh, what was that?
Janine?
Oh my God, what was that?
Janine!
A fox! Jesus, my heart! Oh my God! Oh, it was just a fox. Oh, Jesus.
Your heart?
Oh.
What about my poor heart? It's still in my throat, you bitch.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Well, I'm glad that big scary fox didn't get you, because I'm going to murder you when you get here. Christ, you scared the absolute shite out of me.
Oh my God. You must think I'm such an idiot.
Oh, please. I remember calling my sister once when the smart lights in my bedroom started flicking by themselves. Turns out it was just Mick fucking around with them to frighten me.
Oh, what a prick.
I know, right? Anyway, he was sorry when I got every bulb in the house and fired it out the window. We are strictly a halogen household now.
I'm just coming around the corner now.
Janine?
I'm almost there.
Ginny? Ginny, come on, stop fucking around.
I'm at the gate.
Ginny, this isn't funny.
The door is open, isn't it?
Janine? Jenny!
I have been your host, Martin McNeilis. Childlike was written by Grainne O'Brien and directed by Sarah Lally. It starred Dan Mooney, Caelan Kerwin, Emma Lally, Vanessa Kerwin, and Cian Callanan. Edited by Sarah Lally. Until Death was written by Alex Dunne and directed by Eoghan Rice. It starred Noel Murphy, Adele Halliday, Sarah Kenny, and Grainne O'Brien. Edited by Eoghan Rice and Caelan Kerwin. Social Distortion was written and directed by Eoghan Rice. It starred Owen Sheedy, Sarah Lally, Jolita Fox, Eoghan Fox, Vanessa Kerwin, and Alex Dunne. Edited by Eoghan Rice. Unlocked Doors was written and directed by Sarah Lally. It starred Eoghan Fox, Jessica Bennett, and Lauren Rice. Edited by Sarah Lally. This has been a production of the Uncurriculum. Music by Kevin MacLeod. Artwork by Alex Dunne. Project managed by Cian Callanan. Produced by Alex Dunne and Sarah Lally.